random hole in the wall in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They've got a lot of VHS, not so many DVDs, but using the wide angle lens on my camera here, so I can be discreet. I'm not really seeing what's in the way of movies that I'm interested in. Toxic Relief. But they have a shit ton of VHS. Look at all those VHS, folks. I know you're all freaking out. Huh. I didn't know that. How much are DVDs? Doesn't say. Gotta love that. The only thing worse than copyrighted music is copyrighted Christian music. Yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill stuff in terms of DVDs. Ooh, Gladiator. Speak of the devil. It's a $15 out-of-print movie. People are always looking for it. What the hell is that? Panic. Oh, that's one I caught on HBO way back in the day with my boy William H. Macy. This is the movie I watched after I had seen him in Fargo. So I'll take those two. The discs they say are up front. Let's take a look at the VHS though. See if there's anything interesting. There's bound to be something that... Project Kill, that's funny. I picked that up on DVD recently, off camera. Demon Lover. Oh, what's that? Thriller. I don't know if that has DVD release. Bruce. That's cool. Oh, Speakman. Oh, the expert. I'll take that. I think that I'm pretty confident that has a DVD, but I also want to look this up. William Girdler film. It's like an action crime film with Leslie Nielsen. William Girdler, you would know, I would know from, oh wow, another copy. What the hell? From one of my favorite movies of all time, The Manitou. Fear No Evil. You know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for movies that never made it to DVD, if possible. They're diamonds in the rough to me. Power of Evil. Using the wide angle so I could be a little more discreet. It's so cool that this phone camera has that. That's pretty cool to see. Not too interesting though. Hopefully you guys could see. It's not the best angle. It's all good. Guess I'm getting it. Sinbad the Sailor. Wow. Look at that. That's cool. I gotta look that up. I'm sure it made it to DVD, but it's Douglas Fairbanks Jr. I'm actually looking up here real quick. The Public Eye, that's funny. That's, yeah, Joe Pesci. Take a closer look up there in a minute. Hope you guys are enjoying that constant vacuum in the back. Let me know if you guys are seeing anything that is hard to find and not on DVD, ideally. That's weird. Sherrod. For action movies that never made it to DVD, horror movies, etc. Communion, nice. Still need that on DVD. That's right, Chuck E. Cheese. I feel like I've heard of that. Weird. Let me see here. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what I'm taking here. Alright, we got this Cheshire Cat Gallery. I've been here before. They got some movies, and we're gonna check out what they got. Going down to the depths. So my brother and I found this little secret arena down here that has, I've been here before, they've got a bunch of records. You guys are gonna love this. These are original posters that have been destroyed because they've been put on some sort of poster board. These are original posters though. Like fade to black. If you never see that. Tin Cup. That movie. Treasure Island. It's like incredible. 2010. Yeah, the vast majority of these are original. Look at price right there. War Gods of the Deep. Bunch of VHS. I've picked up some stuff from here before. It's like some sort of underground flea market. It has books, movies. My brother's gonna look at the vinyl while I try to find some books and movies. But it's a pretty neat place. There's Arnie. But you know, it's pricey. $89 for the Arnie statue here. Bullet. It's got a bunch of like memorabilia. It's one of those underground flea market kind of type of deals that you see in cities. We're in Raleigh right now. Pretty cool. Got some magazines here, some Mad magazines, Cracked, Punisher Jack. Cool, huh? West, these old collectible, I guess, magazines. I know there's movies around here somewhere. I will find them. I will find them.
But I've said,
Excuse
I've
me.
always wondered.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Some movies radio. I've been to this guy before. See if there's anything interesting. Yeah, Sink the Bismarck. I never see that. Olive Films. Oh, wow, that's funny. I'm just reading about this movie. Jewish cabaret singer is put into a camp and she's forced to entertain the people that are about to be put to death. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Apocalypto. NCV, that's funny, that's my sister's initials. $2.08. I don't know if Apocalypto's fetching anything these days. I know the Blu-ray still is. The Italian. I'll look that up too. I'm not spending $5 on a Blu-ray though. That might be something that's worth something. Tiricon. Old film stores. Fetch something here and there. Don't look now. Once upon a time was fetching something. Oh, $10. Jeez. $7 way overpriced. It's like 3-4 episodes. I'll take a look at this stack here, see if I can cut a deal. Also found this, a Western from '72. It seems to be an American Western, Dick Richards. It sounds kind of like a pseudonym, but I don't think it is. Jerry Bruckheimer, wow. Must have been an early one he produced. 72, I'll take it, $2. And these are sealed, and they fetch a bit. $15 a pop sealed, so I'll take them for 2 apiece. Rummaged through these boxes here, guys. I found Umberto Lindsay's Kiss Me Kill Me, Criterion Rublev for 10, and the Great Northfield Minnesota Raid with Robert Duvall. And there's another box of movies down here. I don't know who owns this stuff or what, but I think the way it works is they have stickers and that tells the people up front who owns what. It's hard to do with one hand. That's why I didn't film myself rummaging. Yeah. I don't want to get caught filming and get yelled at. Try to be discreet. It's like I gotta look at every single place. Ghost of my America, that's cool. Have it. Metalocalypse, funny show. Baraka. Think we're alone now. Nothing really in there. Indiana Jones. More X. Changing times. I'll get this stack here. We are leaving. The underground movie place. Guys, so my buddy's at Golden Pond. Pulled out a box from the back for me. And look at all this anime stuff. Really cool, some horror stuff.
Yeah, I think it was like season 2.
Once
People started like building above me and like keep going, I was like, alright, I'm done with this. I didn't get the honest to play Minecraft. Like, I'm trying to shoot people.
Is this a remake? Interesting.
Why need some business? But yeah, I get you. When they started, when they bought the car,
And they pulled it out for me from the back. They were gonna put it out Monday.
I gotta run around with a gas can
Full
now.
Metal Alchemist.
My inventory's already bad.
Warzone has cars. Let them have cars. You do something else. You know, like, does Warzone have cars? I don't even know. They always do.
Yeah, you got 4 wheels.
Oh, you got a quad. Yeah.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, something like that. And, you got Big Bertha, as they call them.
Big Bertha.
Yeah, it's a big truck.
Okay.
What's going on, man?
I hit my 100th win last night.
Nice. That's no easy feat.
It
Really
really
those
is.
games with all those tries
tell
in
you,
there.
so many-
You know?
Well,
These
with
are all in
this
great
deal,
shape,
they
came
dropped
from
a
a
thing where you can buy Foresight for 20
good
grand.
thing. Good
Buy
plan.
what?
Foresight. I don't know. Do you know anything about the game?
I played Call of Duty
Damn.
multiplayer. Full
Okay,
Awesome to
so Warzone,
Nostalgic
there's these
plan.
things called, you go through these flags and then it'll tell you where the next circle's going to go.
Okay, yeah.
Keep doing flags until you find out.
A lot of street
You have to
racing stuff.
grind those flags out.
Anime,
That's mission.
street
Do it.
racing.
Within that one Warzone game?
Vader
Yep,
scene.
in that game. Well, they figured it out. Then you go to just like the thing where you go buy your loadout. Hey, I'm gonna buy Foresight. And I can see where all the circles are at for 20 grand.
Oh my goodness. And that's a big deal. That's the whole point of the game. Getting to that, you know, setting yourself up in that last circle. So, yeah.
Alright, we're doing some nighttime Goodwill thrifting, and it smells like anus out here. I mean, straight anus. Let's see what they have. Books. Stephen King books. And we got some movies. Wow, they put out a lot from... Okay. I was just here earlier today, but... Pilot episode, that's weird to see. Mafia. Hard to find. You don't see that often. Switch. HBO movie. Swim Fan. That's actually one I've been looking for. Not when I was a kid. Well, not a kid. High school. Alright. 2. Yeah, high school. Gunshine. Now here's one you don't see every day. Liam Neeson, Oliver Platt. Sandra Bullock. Yeah. Fuck yeah. There's a bunch behind too, so I'm gonna look. This. There we go. Should be cool. You know, like I always say, you never know. Look it up. It's a movie. Oh wow, it's a biopic. Huh. No Way Out. Recently checked into that. Not really going for anything. Pirates prepare to set sail. Oh, it looks pretty piratey. Maybe. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What is this? It's like how to set up your nativity. Weird, bro. Whoa. You don't see this every day. It's a pretty shitty version of it, but it's hopeful for things to come. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Sealed copy Majestic. I'll take that. Christopher Lloyd. Margot at the Wedding. Never heard of it. Murder 101. Mumford. They're closing soon, so I'm just gonna go in. Stanley Tong, Lone American Movie. I don't have it though. I think I have this one on Blu-ray actually. I gotta be quick here. I have oh, let's see. Still fetching something. Amistad. I've been looking for a nice copy of Amistad. Don't see that one every day. Early 90s, late 80s. Erotic crime thriller. I'll take it. Bad Behavior. Never even seen that. What? It's like a French comedy. What? Kissing a Fool. Beetlejuice. These are all sealed, that's why I'm snagging them. Might be able to fetch Shinken. 2571. That is 13. I do not want to keep them. I have like 5 minutes to look here. Ooh. Don't see that every day. That means Harry Crumb. Never see that. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm trying to look quickly and get the fuck out of here. I don't want to miss anything. Weird, man. I've never heard of so many of these movies. I mean, that's a good thing. When I haven't heard of them, then that's usually a good sign. Far out, man. What? Tommy Chong movie, yeah. Take it. Never even heard of it. Oh my, Ghost Dad. In the pudding. Lightning Jack. Oh yeah, Paul Hogan movie. A lot of out-of-print stuff here. Same collection, I could tell because they have the same dust patterns. I'm pathetic. Same movies that I've been getting really lucky with here lately. They're all coming from the same collection. It's pretty clear. Oh, looks like a new movie. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Glass house. El Gringo. That's it. I don't know what that is. Get out of here. I gotta check all these. I'm heading into the Goodwill before work. Before I go to work. Let's see what they got. At first glance, it looks like the same stuff that I've seen and been through. Let's do a closer look here. Padawan Menace. Didn't I pick that up recently? From the Goodwill. Padawan Menace there. Must be a different copy. Oh, look what I'm doing with the zoom. Oh, yeah. Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown. I might snag that, depending on if I find more. I'm not waiting in line for that, unless it's out of print or something, and I doubt it. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. What's this? Do 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 do. Yep, just leftovers at this point. I mean, a lot of good films here, but stuff that I have had for a long time. 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, complete series. What's that? Huh? I've never heard of this Scooby-Doo. This version of Scooby-Doo. I'll snag that. Looked at that before. We got Lethal Weapon 2, Region B. Well, that's interesting. PAL version of that one. The War. I don't know much about that. Great Escape. Bates Motel. Cool to see. Because they have put some new stuff out in the last night. My Blue Heaven. Is this out of print? Maybe. Into His Ashes. Is this out of print? Maybe. Phantom Raiders. Eyes O'Keefe. Oh, that looks like shit. Yeah. This is probably a really bad version. Walk along the razor's edge. Tunnel Power. Not my kind of thing. Not my kind of thing, man. Census. I wonder if that's more thing. I highly doubt it. Frequency sealed, maybe. Catching something, maybe. Look behind these one of these days. I probably maybe some good stuff has gotten pushed to the back, but Dirty Hair. I saw the Enforcer over there. Dirty Hair right there. Got those on blue. Cordon bleu. Check these out, maybe take a look behind some of these, see what we got. Alright, so another pretty decent haul here today, over the last couple days really. This here is the stuff that I'm selling. So a lot of the stuff came from that the Golden Pawn Shop that had a lot of the anime. Most of the anime that I'm selling off I have on Blu-ray, have Trigun already. It's not on Blu-ray, unfortunately. It's a travesty. Tenchi Muyo, not interested in that series. That's worth quite a bit, like 25, 30 bucks. I'm selling that. Viva La Bam. A lot of the stuff is already sold. Chef's Life, Gladiator, Liberace, Gothic. I'm trying to sell my 2 copies to upgrade the Gothic. I think Vestron put it out. Same thing with Rocketeer. Have Mafia, have Switch, Problem Child on Blu-ray. So yeah, so just these fetching anywhere from like I don't know, few dollar profit to $20, $30 profit. Not bad. On to the stuff that we're keeping. In no particular order, we'll go through them rather quickly. Vanishing Point. I had no idea there was a Vanishing Point remake starring Viggo Mortensen and Jason Priestley. This is from like 96. Anchor Bay, so you know it's fetching a little bit out of print. Really cool. I got to watch the original first before watching this, but it was cool to even run into this. Next up, we'll splay out some of the anime I'm keeping. Right here is Burst Angel, the complete series. Gundam 00, Season 1 and Season 2. Keeping those for sure. 08th MS Team Gundam. Definitely keeping this too. This fetches quite a bit, but I'm not sure if there's a Blu-ray. I got to look into it to see if I could sell this to fund the Blu-ray. I mean, I got all these sets for like $1.15 when it all came down to it. I did the math. Outlaw Star. Happy to have this. I have two volumes of the complete series, so I'm selling those off and keeping this nice one here. Maybe I'll sell this off eventually to fund the Blu-ray. This is another late 90s Cowboy Bebop-ish. It's from that same era. Anime, I don't know much about it besides that. Then some stuff from that weird underground little flea market place, the Culpeper Cattle Company. Gotta love the alliteration. I don't know much about this Western, but it's American. It's from 1972. This is kind of my era when it comes to Westerns, late 60s into the early 70s. Love that era, so we'll give this a whirl. The Culpeper Cattle Company. Andrei Rublev. This is Andrei Tarkovsky's Andrei Rublev. Criterion Collection DVD. I got this for like $10, so I thought that was a decent deal for this Criterion Collection. Don't know anything about the film. Tarkovsky. I've only seen Tarkovsky's Stalker. So yeah, add this to the collection. Got to give it a whirl. The Great Northfield, Minnesota Raid. This is a Western starring Cliff Robertson and Robert Duvall. I believe Duvall plays Jesse James. Again, same era, 1972. Written and directed by Philip Kaufman, who would bring us Invasion of the Body Snatchers and many other films of different genres. 80 Police, I guess this is the sequel to the original 80 Police, which is the prequel to Bubblegum Crisis. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it goes. So this is the sequel to the prequel of Bubblegum Crisis. There you go. This came out in around the same era as Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop, late 90s, early 2000s. See if there's a date on here. Yeah, it says 99. This is the complete series. Very cool. Then a couple here. Tokyo Drift. This is part of the anime show, the anime series. And this is Taisang put out the Initial D live-action movie, which is actually directed by Alan Mock of Infernal Affairs, as well as Andrew Lau, who I believe... Well, he's an actor, at least, from Hong Kong. I don't think he's in this movie, but either way, a couple Initial D there. Then we got Angela's Ashes. I did end up picking this up. Looks like it's an Irish film, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure when it takes place. I don't know much about Irish history. Depression-era Ireland. Yeah, based on the book by Frank McCourt. Very cool. Well, not very cool, but this is going to be a depressing one. Looking forward to checking this out at some point, though. And then Fellini Satyricon. I guess the name of the film is Fellini Satyricon, if I'm not mistaken. Everywhere I've seen it, that's what it's called. But this is a Fellini film, Federico Fellini film, which is like a drama, history, fantasy kind of anthology, as far as I understand. It has like many different vignettes. I'm trying to read into it again. I read about this when I first got it, but... yeah, it seems like a weird one, but definitely one I'm happy to add to the collection. I've not seen any Fellini films, so there you go, Satyricon. Got these from that little hole-in-the-wall shop in wherever I was. Panic, artisan release of Panic here with William H. Macy, Donald Sutherland. Looking forward to checking this out again. It's been a long time. And then The Expert, which apparently doesn't have a DVD. Blasphemous! Jeff Speakman, The Expert. One of the few action movies he actually got to do in the early 90s. This one's 94, so this was towards the end of that run, I suppose. But Jeff Speakman, awesome, underrated action star who did Kempo Karate and some bad guys up. The Italian, I already have a copy of this, so I'm selling this sealed copy off. I don't know much about the film. Playing for Time, an olive release, which is going for quite a bit. The Blu-ray even more so, but I'm happy with the DVD to watch this. Vanessa Redgrave, this one's going to tear my heart out and stomp on it. She's hired to perform, essentially, sing for people that are being put into gas chambers and are being led to their death. It's going to be a heart-wrenching one, but I think an important one. So, Playing for Time. By the Will of Genghis Khan. I've learned quite a bit about Genghis Khan over the last couple years. Very interesting human being, to say the least. This looks like another movie about his life, his reign, or a portion of his life, by the will of Genghis Khan. I have the Mongol and a couple other Genghis Khan biopics that I've seen, and some history that I've seen on him too. Some nonfiction stuff, but this is pretty cool to see. Then we have The Klutz, a French comedy I found at the Goodwill. Know nothing about that. Prelude to War. This is apparently, I think, anti-communist propaganda, if I'm not mistaken, that came out around World War II. They hired Capra, their government hired Capra to direct this propagandistic World War II film, which I think is really interesting and a part of our history, obviously, here. So yeah, Prelude to War. We got Far Out, man. I never even heard of this, but it's in one of those really early, like 96, 97 DVD cases here. C. Thomas Howell, Ray Dawn Chong, Tommy Chong's daughter, Martin Mull, so a pretty decent cast there, and Tommy Chong is the lead. Looks like a wacky early 90s, late 80s comedy. Does it even say when it came out? I want to say early 90s. So either way, pretty cool. Happy to add that to the collection. Lightning Jack, the other Paul Hogan movie that isn't the Crocodile Dundee movies. Paul Hogan and young Cuba Gooding Jr. play outlaws who are wanted, and that's all I know about it. So Lightning Jack, hopefully this one's some fun. Bad Behavior, a little comedy, slice of life comedy with Stephen Rea and Sinead Cusack. One of the Cusack sisters, I guess. Either way, I've never heard of this, but I'll give it a whirl. It's not really worth selling, so I'll add it to the collection for now. Upon closer look at this little pirate set, this is actually a documentary set by BBC on Blackbeard and Britain's Outlaws. Infamous Captain Kidd, Blackbeard. Yeah, so this is actually a pirate documentary by BBC. I'm interested. I'll take it. Gun Shy, Liam Neeson, Oliver Platt, Sandra Bullock. Don't know much about this little crime comedy. Eric Blakeney. Produced by Sandra Bullock. I know nothing about this, guys, so I had to pick it up. Never seen it in the wild. My Favorite Martian, starring Christopher Lloyd and Jeff Daniels. This is a remake of the old TV show, I guess. I have no clue. I remember seeing this in the 90s. I didn't think much of it. Didn't really leave an impression, but I add it to the ever-growing Disney live-action collection there. Amistad. I recently picked this up, and it was water damaged upon closer inspection. This is a nicer copy. Perfect shape, really. Looking forward to revisiting this Steven Spielberg. This is kind of a forgotten film of Spielberg's, and it's going to be a heavy-hitting one. Of course, it's about a specific slave ship that came from Africa to the United States. So obviously, it deals with slavery. It's going to be a tough one to watch, but a very powerful one. Backfire, Karen Allen, Jeff Fahey, Keith Carradine, and some erotic psychological thriller from the early 90s. Jeff Fahey, man. This actually looks late 80s, but I can't be sure because, it never puts the date on the back. We got a couple more here. Swim Fan, a movie that I remember watching when I was like in 8th, 9th grade, and it not leaving much of an impression, but I want to revisit it because of nostalgia. Swim Fan. Memphis Belle, seems like a drama war film here, more of a drama. But yeah, don't know much about this. I figured add it to the collection. We'll give it a whirly-do. All right, we're going to get through these quick. Mumford, no clue. Know nothing about this movie, but I remember hearing about it when I was growing up. Mr. Magoo, this is like one of my big finds, actually. This is hard to find, out of print. Love Leslie Nielsen. Love Stanley Tong. This is one of his only American films, really. He worked with Jackie Chan quite a bit. Rumble in the Bronx, Super Cop, tons of other great action movies. But this one, he got a shot at some big-budget Hollywood movie with Mr. Magoo, and it failed miserably. I remember enjoying this film as a kid. Happy to own it now. As an adult, it's a Walt Disney live-action one, too. And happy to add it to the Stanley Tong collection. The War. Know nothing about this movie with Kevin Costner and Elijah Wood. The War. Be My Valentine. Charlie Brown. Added to the Charlie Brown collection. Not sure if I've ever seen that one. I'm a big fan of Tyrone Power. I'm a fan of Tyrone Power. Haven't seen many of his films, but I like him. Gene Tierney, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This seems like more of a straight-up drama from the 40s with Tyrone Power. The Razor's Edge. 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, the complete series. Yeah, for 69 cents, I'll give this a shot. And last, I thought I had this, so this was to sell if it was worth anything, but I don't have this. Senseless. Penelope Spheris film, I believe. Yep, Penelope Spheris, who would bring us Wayne's World. And this is a Marlon Wayans, David Spade comedy from the 90s. I want to say mid-90s. I remember when this came out, and I wasn't allowed to see it, but I saw it a few years later. I want to say like 96, 97, something like that. Senseless. Cool. That's going to do it for today's Thriftin', folks. I hope you all enjoyed it. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of stuff to sell. Pretty good haul overall. Not as good as the last one, but you know, can't win them all. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as the little bell for notifications. I also have t-shirts and a Patreon. Links are in the description below, so feel free to check that out if you so please. Anyway, guys, I will see you all next time. Bored Cyborg is out. Ah!